Are you ready for retirement? What kind of questions should you ask yourself or an expert about retirement to know, hey, am I ready? Marcus Warren is going to answer a few for me. Marcus, I'm getting there, my man. I'll be the poorest retired guy you know, but I know I need to talk to an expert like you. I have actually the advantage of being able to talk to you quite often, and I do appreciate it. You're a great resource. But I'm going to throw some probably commonly asked questions.
Okay.
And I'm a layperson, so take it easy on me. But let me know what your thoughts. Okay, first of all, how long should you plan for retirement? Like, I know it's really hard to talk about end of life kind of thing.
Yes.
So do you look at like average life expectancy? Do you look at your family history? How long should you be able to plan for retirement?
Now, there's a couple different things. One is, you mean once you're in retirement, how long should you plan to go through
because
retirement?
you got to know. I think you got to know the parameters of how long should this money last, right?
Right. Well,
how do you guesstimate that?
Well, the bottom line is this: you don't want to have more life at the end of your money. So you want to make sure that your money lasts as long as you do. And so when we're in our offices and we're doing retirement plans for clients, we project out all the way to 95, sometimes to 100, just because we want to be safe. Back in the day, people died a lot earlier, and now people are living a lot longer. I talk about it all the time. 70s the new 60, 60s the new 50. Keith Richards is still alive and kicking up all the stuff he put in his body.
Hard to believe.
Right. Betty White's 137 years old. So people are living a lot longer. And so, as far as, the plan, you have to go out as far as possible. We go out to 95 to 100, and we just want to give people that peace of mind knowing that, hey, I'm going to be okay in retirement.
Okay. And how important is it to stay away from delving into your principal savings? How important is it to do, and at what point should you say, okay, now I can spend my principal as well?
Well, it's like this. Generally, there used to be what was called the 4% rule, meaning that as long as you don't take out more than 4% of your retirement, then you're pretty much safe. You won't run out of money. And that's kind of changed for the reason I just said earlier. People are living a lot longer. They've actually lowered that down to about 2.5% to 3%. And so when do you want to, or when is it okay to get into your principal? Really, the best plan, you never would want to really touch your principal. Hopefully you're getting some sort of return on investment that is able to supplement your lifestyle. And then on top of that, if you have estate planning needs, legacy planning, where you want to pass money on to the next generation, you never really want to get down and eat up at your principal anyway. So it's case by case. Best case scenario, you want to earn enough where you never have to touch your principal. But once you get into your late 70s, mid 80s, if you're starting to hit principal, you shouldn't panic too much.
Social Security. Pensions, 401ks, I know they all work into it. I'll ask you this, do you think that, I always worry about this, Social Security, is it going to go away? Are pensions and 401ks, are they going to go away?
Okay, so let's talk about Social Security, or what people sometimes call social insecurity now. And so we'll take you on we'll go back to the future, right? We'll do a Marty McFly. So we go back to 1935 when FDR first implemented Social Security, right? At the time, life expectancy was 62 for men, 65 for women. At the time, actually about 10 years later, there was 42 workers putting into the system. So in 1945, there were 42 people paying into the system for every one person that was taking Social Security benefits, right? So it made sense. By the way, the benefit age where you could claim Social Security back then was 65. But men lived till 62, so they were going to kick off. They were never going to claim it. Women lived till 65. They might claim it for a few months or a couple of years, and then they were going to kick off. So when it was implemented, it all made sense.
Sure.
Now fast forward to today. Now the life expectancy for a man is 78, for a woman is 82. Now, instead of 42 workers putting in for every one person who's pulling money out, now it's two. Two people are putting in, one is pulling out. Now that benefit age has crept up to 67, and so now there are issues with it. Now they're saying that it's only going to be able to pay 70 cents on the dollar by 2033, so there are some real issues with it, but it should, if they make changes, if they don't do anything, then we're all doomed. Right. But if they do make changes, then they should be able to extend it out. So Social Security should be there. Pensions have gone the way of the dodo bird, and so now everybody has to rely on their company retirement plans.
Gone the way of the dodo bird. I like
Yes.
that. Okay, all of this information is available to you. The Retirement Investment and Tax Review is available to you. There is the number to call. So little time, so much good information, but you can get one-on-one with Marcus Warren himself of Warren Wealth Management.